channel. I know, I've been MIA. I just been very swamped, very busy. Plus, I've been having some work done in my home. So it's been crazy around here, really crazy. So that's why you haven't heard anything from me. But I'm back. So today's video things on how I got my type 4 hair to grow. So many of you know I've been there 3 years and it's been a journey. But I'm telling you, if you guys stick to some of these steps that I go over today, your hair will definitely grow. It will definitely grow. So I have my little list here so I don't forget anything. So here we go. So number 1, and guess what? It's not in any particular order. It's not least to greatest or greatest to least. Nothing like that. But just steps that I did during my hair journey that allowed my hair to flourish. And you guys know I started from short, very, very short hair to where I am now. Okay, so here we go. So number 1, deep conditioning. I don't know how people get away with not deep conditioning. I cannot. I'm telling you, I feel like it is the main reason my hair flourishes, because every wash day, not every other, not once a month, every wash day I deep condition my hair. I put it in, I sit under a hooded dryer. Okay, I don't usually just walk around with my deep conditioners in. Every now and then I might sleep overnight with a deep conditioner, but for the most part I sit under that dryer. After I shampoo, I sit under the dryer with a cap on my head for about 45 minutes to an hour. If I just came out of braids or something like that, I'm under the dryer a little longer than the hour. My hair is just, just need a little extra attention. I'm under the dryer at least an hour to maybe an hour and 15 minutes. I mean, you want that heat to open up them cuticles for that moisture to come back in. So one of the things that I do, and I do it consistently, is deep condition my hair. It is a must. A must. Next is getting routine trims. Now, even when I had relaxed hair, every 6 to 8 weeks, I got a trim. That's just, unless I was in braids or something, every 6 to 8 weeks, I got my trims. That's what kept my hair healthy and, flourishing when I had relaxers in. As a natural, you don't need to trim your hair every 6 to 8 weeks, but you do need to trim it. So, I mean, a lot of you, you're into length versus the health of your hair. I'm the opposite. I'd rather healthy hair than to be trying to hold on to dead ends that need to go. So I trim my ends sometimes 3 to 4 times out the year. So I think right now I have had, 3 trims. About 3 trims so far, I think. So yeah, I get my ends trimmed. I don't hang on to them split ends. I mean, you're gonna just do yourself more harm than good in the end. Because for right now, you ever see somebody that they're like, oh, my hair is so long. My hair is so long. And you look at their hair and they need about 5 inches cut off because all their ends are just damaged. Yeah, you need to just slowly, I would rather slowly take it off than to have to chop 5 or 6 inches off of my hair. It's like crazy to me. So a major thing is make sure you guys get your trims. Some people do twice a year. Some people do 4 times, 3 times. It's up to you. Pretty much an indication that I need a trim is when I'm getting little small strands of hair breaking off. You see them in the sink, or when you do your wash day, little small strands of hair, or I get a bunch of single strand knots. Your hair will kind of tell you when you need a trim. You'll know when you need one. So just get it when needed. If you only need it twice a year, then just get a trim twice a year. But your hair will definitely let you know when you need a trim. So that's one of the things that really helped my hair to grow, is just getting consistent trims. So the other thing is I wash weekly. Now, I have been very busy at times where I've neglected washing weekly. And when I could tell you, one time I went like 3 weeks without washing my hair. I was just really busy and I just didn't feel like it. I didn't have the time. And when I tell you, I regretted it. And my hair, that wash day, needless to say, was horrible. It took forever for me to detangle my hair. I had so much shedding and breakage. You know, shedding is a good thing, but you don't want to have over the amount of what you would normally lose in a week's time. Yeah, it was a horrible wash day. I did that a couple times, and to me, it's just much more manageable if I wash my hair weekly. It's just easier to detangle, easier to part. Everything is easier when I wash my hair once a week. I don't usually do it. Some people wash their hair like 2 or 3 times a week. My hair, that will probably cause my hair to fall out because that will be too much water, too much manipulation of my hair. Some people can do it, but I can't. So once a week is enough for me. By the time 7 days roll around, my scalp is starting to itch. I'm starting to get a little buildup because I have low porosity hair. So it's time for me to wash my hair. If I go any longer, yeah, it's a disaster. So that's what helped me. You can do what you like, but what helped me was washing my hair weekly. Next, leave your hair alone. You know, I do this sometimes. I'm at fault for this. I play around in my hair too much. I'm sitting around watching TV. I'm playing with the little sides, or I'm constantly doing this in the mirror. Leave your hair alone. Just, you're touching it too much. You're playing around with it too much. It can definitely cause breakage over time. So that's one of my bad habits that I do. But leave your hair alone. When you style your hair for the week, leave it alone. Most times I don't really have to do much to my hair once I style it for the week. You know, I do get up, tie my scarf or whatever, and I shake it out. But sometimes I find myself playing around with, you know, little areas. But you don't want to do that. You just want to kind of keep your hands out of your hair. Nothing to where you're going to be causing breakage. Just leave your hair alone. You don't want to keep over styling it, over manipulation. It's just going to cause breakage in the long run. So try to just leave your hands out of your hair. Style it that one time for the week and let it go. I don't even really put much in my hair unless it's like a restorative spray or something like that. I don't really put much. I used to put like a cream in my hair during the week, but I started noticing if I did my LCO method, my hair is not dry. That usually takes me a full 7 days. So I don't need to have my hands, in my hair all the time. It's just unnecessary, and it's going to cause breakage in the end. Okay. Next, you want to use good products. Just like with our bodies and different things like that, we don't want to keep eating junk food and putting the wrong things in our bodies. Because you ever drink a bunch of sodas and then you start getting bumps all over your face? Different things start occurring because you're putting junk in your system. Well, with hair products, you want to use good products. Nothing with silicones and parabens and phthalates, all of that stuff. You want to kind of stay away from it. Silicones leave that coating on your hair. It really messes up moisture from getting into your hair. So you want to avoid certain things in your product. You want to use things that have good ingredients in them. So read those ingredients. Make sure you get good products. Natural hair stuff, it does cost a little bit more. And some of it you can do without. You can find good ingredients that's reasonably priced. Look at that ingredient list and make sure you're using good product. Number 7, no heat styling. Okay, so I've been natural years. I've done a silk press on my hair once, which was October 2019. I don't put a bunch of heat in my hair at all. One silk press I've had, and I mainly did that because I wanted to have a precise, I wanted to get a precise trim, and I wanted to do a length check to see how much my hair had grown after my 2-year mark. That was pretty much it. I don't really press my hair and a lot of heat in my hair. I don't want to damage my curl pattern. I just don't. The only heat I basically put in my hair is sitting under the dryer when I do my deep conditioners. That's it. Unless, with the exception of if I'm getting a braided style and I need to get my hair blown out. But even then, I have the person spray my hair, or if I'm blowing my hair out, I spray my hair with a heat protectant, and then I blow it out on medium heat, not high, medium heat, and then that's it. Other than that, I don't, and I barely do braided styles. I do that maybe once or twice a year. So keep the heat out your hair, you guys. I'm telling you, it's literally, you know, you'll start off doing it and it really becomes addicting. I'm telling you, I know people that constantly, their hair everywhere else is good, but they get these weave styles and with the leave out, and they're just constantly pressing out that leave out. Get a closure. Get something else. Don't keep putting heat in your hair. It's going to damage it. Then they take the weaves out. Everything else is healthy except for that little strip of hair that you just kept pressing it out. Now that part's looking like the crib keeper. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't mess your hair up. I'm telling you, don't mess your hair up. Stay away from all the heat, okay? That's what helped me. You can do what you want, okay? Next, you want to make sure you're sleeping with a satin or a silk bonnet or scarf. I've always done this. Even when I had relaxed hair, I've always slept with something on my head. I really don't know how people get away with not sleeping with anything on their hair. It just is a matted mess when you don't sleep with anything on your head. But if you are the kind of person who don't like stuff on their hair, then use a satin pillowcase. I would do that. But I sleep with a bonnet or a scarf. You don't want that friction of cotton and all kinds of flannel, all kinds of other materials rubbing up against your hair. It's just going to cause breakage. So you want to make sure you're sleeping with something on your hair at night. Tie it up in a scarf, put a bonnet on, but you need to have something, okay? Number 8, you want to carefully detangle your hair. I say carefully because that was one of the reasons why I experienced a little bit of breakage up in the top of my hair, where I always say I'm 4B up in the crown portion of my head. It's tough to detangle that area. I mean, it really is. It's a different texture of hair, and it's really thick up there. And so I found that I had a little breakage, not much, but I had some breakage up in that area. And I noticed, now I'm gonna tell y'all not to do this because I did this a few times. It was times where I'm like, oh, okay, I'm dreading wash day, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. But I was really dreading washing my hair. And so what I did was try to rush and take shortcuts, and I end up seeing I had little sparses of hair in different areas that I'm still trying to grow back out. You can't tell because my hair is so thick, but I can tell in those areas that I had some breakage a little bit because I wasn't taking my time detangling my hair. So when you detangle your hair, take your time, comb from the ends up to the roots. Make sure when you do your parts that you have nice clean parts, because that was another reason why I was having some breakage, because it was so, and even to this day it's still hard for me to, you know, get straight lines when I'm parting, especially the top and the back of my hair. So sometimes you can cause damage and breakage to your hair because natural hair, especially type 4, is very fragile. It's very fragile. I mean, it looks all nice and thick and everything, but it can literally break very easily if you're not careful. So just make sure when you're detangling your hair that you're extra careful. You're putting a little more product in that area to make sure that, you know, you have a lot of slip. If you use a good product that has a lot of slip, you'll be able to get through your hair a little easier. But make sure you're careful even with your styling tools. If you're detangling with a comb or a Denman brush or your finger detangling, whatever your preference is, just make sure that you're being very, very careful when you're detangling because you don't want to cause breakage. Okay, number 9, moisturize. I'm telling you, I cannot stress that enough. Our hair needs moisture. I always use the analogy of plants. Plants need water to grow. Hair needs water and moisture to grow and to thrive. So make sure you're moisturizing your hair. Like I said a little bit earlier, I go through, I do the LCO method, okay? So the first way I'm getting moisture is I'm putting water in my hair when I'm shampooing and deep conditioning. That's moisture. And then I go onto my LCO method, which is liquid, cream, and oil. That's going to add more moisture into your hair. And I do that, and when I do that before styling, usually my styles last all week and my hair is not dry, okay? For that period of time, my hair is not dry. I really don't have to add anything else to my hair. So, excuse me, keep belching. But, so you want to make sure that you're putting moisture in your hair. Like the biggest thing I hear is, my hair just can't seem to grow. And I look at the person's hair and it's very dry. So learn what your porosity is. The porosity is your hair's ability to receive moisture or take in moisture. I'm low porosity, which means my cuticles are shut tightly, so it's very hard for me to get moisture into my hair. So when you sit under a hooded dryer or you shampoo your hair with hot or warm water, it opens up your cuticles. It allows moisture to come in. So that's why I sit under the hair dryer, because it's going to open up the cuticles so, you know, that moisture can get in. High porosity hair, the cuticles are open, and so it's easy to get moisture, but because the cuticles stay open most of the time, the moisture just comes back out. So whatever hair porosity you have, learn what your hair porosity is, and make sure you moisturize your hair. I'm low porosity, so I use the LCO method, which is liquid, cream, and oil. If you're high porosity, the lock method, LOC, liquid, oil, and then cream, to moisturize your hair, to keep that moisture in your hair. So moisturize your hair, guys. Don't be walking around with dry, brittle hair, okay? It's not cute. And last but not least, you want to adopt a good hair regimen, okay? So I do the same routine. Now my regimen has changed. When I had shorter hair, I did things differently. It was easy to detangle. It was easy to part my hair. Now that my hair is longer, everything has changed. So my regimen is that I wet my hair, I detangle my hair, I put my hair in parts and I detangle my hair, I 2-strand twist it, and then I shampoo my hair with the twist in my hair, okay? After doing that, I deep condition my hair, sit under a hooded dryer, use my LCO method, and then I move on to styling, and then sitting under the dryer to dry my hair and to set my hair. That's my regimen that I do. Yours might be a little different, but whatever you do, be consistent. You can't, do something for a couple weeks, fall off, do something for a month, fall off. We do that in our lives too, and I am guilty. But you gotta be consistent. If you want to see growth, you have to be consistent. And I'm talking to myself as well, even in other areas of my life. If you want to see growth, you have to be consistent. Get you a good hair regimen and make sure you stick to that. Whatever it is. If you see something that's not working, tweak it a little bit. Find, your regimen. Find your steps of what you do to your hair and what works for your hair, and you stick to that. I don't care what everybody else doing. Everything ain't for everybody else. That's my regimen. You find what works for you and stick to it and be consistent, and I guarantee you will have growth. So thanks, guys. I hope that I said some things that really will help you out with your hair journey. If I missed something, put it down in the comments. If it was something that you think is important that maybe I overlooked or I missed, put it down in the comments. We're helping each other around here, okay? But thank you for watching. Thanks for always tuning into my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video. I need you guys to do that because that's going to help my channel to grow. Thank you guys so much. See you on the next video. Bye.